What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of MavAttack, The Division, one of the most anticipated games of not only 2015, but 2016, a third-person open-world shooter role-playing game. RPG. Now you're like, The Division, that's a role-playing game, but it's a third-person shooter. It's a Tom Clancy game. How the Now, when talking about The Division, I guess the best way to compare it would be to compare it to Destiny. But like Destiny, The Division features character customization, kind of limited, not full-on customization like you would see in Mass Effect, Fallout, etc. But it features character customization. You can pick from a few different presets, change your skin tone, change your gender, whatever. It also features weapon customization, where you can put different scopes, different attachments, all different types of things on your weapons you would expect to in an open-world RPG shooter type of game. Now, a while back when I heard The Division is stepping more into the role-playing game lane, I had a few concerns. The creative director of the game, Magnus Jansen, said that there are actually indeed more than 10 single-player missions in the main storyline, and these are more linear focused, more action focused, you know, more of the big Hollywood moments that you would see, and that balances the open world aspect of the game. Because the game is open world set in Manhattan, there's a lot to delve into it. So they will be featuring main campaign missions that you can delve into, aside from all of the stuff that you can get into in the open world. So that was one of my questions answered. Another question that I had, microtransactions. Of course, with Destiny, there are microtransactions, and I will keep referring back to Destiny because it's the closest thing I can think of that I was bamboozled with Destiny. The beta came out, I was absolutely in love. The game came out, I enjoyed it for what it was, but it didn't meet my expectations because it wasn't marketed as a role-playing game. And this has been debunked by the publishers. No, there is not going to be microtransactions. They want every player's experience to be the same. They don't want a pay-to-win model. They don't want you to be able to pay to get weapons. They want you to earn it. And not only that, which I'm not too happy about, it wasn't in Destiny, and I guess we're not seeing this in The Division either, is no player trading system. So if you get some special gear but you don't want to use it but your friend really likes it, there's no way they can get it unless they earn it for themselves, which I'm not particularly a fan of, but I do see where it fits into the game. Another question I had is, are the enemies going to make sense in this role-playing game universe? Okay, so say for example Destiny, right? You have aliens, you have different beings. It makes sense in these games because they are more fictional, right? You wouldn't necessarily unload a whole clip of a gun into a regular human being. But say in a fictional universe, a big-ass alien with fucking 8 arms comes running at you, he might be able to take a few more bullets than said random SpongeBob over there in the corner just standing there with a shotgun. What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't really make sense in the Division's universe that the enemies are so damn spongy. What I mean by spongy is unloading clips into enemies to not even do damage to them, or to take 3 clips to kill one single person. But shooters that involve real-life people, so say Uncharted for example, doesn't take too much. Say a game like Far Cry for example, regular human enemies die pretty quickly. The enemies that take longer to kill have armor suits, have body armor plates, have helmets. They are suited up and ready to go. And the fact that this exists and happens in The Division only reinforces my thought to be mindful of these games and make sure you do your research, so you don't go into the game thinking this is a Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon game. You're gonna go and kill enemies in a couple shots. This is a role-playing game. A regular human like myself will take 3 clips and a couple bullets to the head just to put one person down. And if a game is not advertised to be that way and people go into it and play it, it's gonna be a big problem. They're gonna be like, what the fuck did I get into? This is not what I signed up for. Now, the final question I had was, are they going to be stripping the base game to add content later on, much similar to Destiny? Because obviously they took something out so they could add something back in later so we could pay for it or release it or later on, or whatever the case may be. Now, from what I know, they haven't spoken out about this, but the game takes place in Manhattan, and that's it. That's all we know. But earlier gameplay footage showed that Brooklyn was actually seen, and they were walking about Brooklyn. So the question arises, did they strip Brooklyn out? Did they take different locations outside of Manhattan just so they can add them in later on? Now, the ideal situation would be to play into Manhattan, have tons of content, tons of things to do, and then down the road, hey look, here's this free Brooklyn expansion. But do you think that's really gonna happen? I don't think so. So that has me really concerned as well, but honestly, I don't really doubt it. Just the way the gaming trends have been the past few years, microtransactions, DLCs, season passes, all of the above. I will not be surprised if it makes an appearance in The Division. So really the point is to be open-minded, be cautious, make sure you do your research, and make sure you know what you're getting into. Because I'm not only saying this for the outsiders and everybody in the Mav movement, love you all, man, but I'm saying this for myself. Do way more research and making sure that I know what experience it is that I'm getting into. But thank you guys all so much for watching this episode of MavAttack. If you appreciated this video or helped you out in any way, shape, or form, attack that like button. I want to say thank you guys so very much. All you He-Man stay rad, and all you She-Man stay fab, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of MavAttack, motherfucker. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Getting hyped up for the video.